Hey, morning everybody. So let's jump right into it. The title, How to Achieve Financial Freedom the Healthy Way. And again, I love this title. I love this theme because it'll help summarize a lot of what I'm trying to achieve with this channel and this platform is yes, it is obviously a good goal. And when you start out, when I started as an entrepreneur and I was a broke college student, obviously financial freedom, quote unquote. And I keep using these quote unquotes in my videos because these are tagline words that I really want to challenge, and I want you to challenge with me. I want to challenge you on is for sure when I was in college and following a lot of Tony Robbins, the usual suspects, right? Napoleon Hill talks a lot about financial freedom, how to make money, and that's important. And when I was a broke college student, that was really important. But when I first made that big money, and I don't like using, that's the other thing on these videos, I'm not going to be flashing numbers and things. I mean, you're free to Google me. You can kind of see the things I've worked on through some of the articles written on Google, and you can check out my LinkedIn profile and some things I've done. So I don't want to, that's the other thing, I'm not going to I'm not trying to bring you in some money making scheme or some get rich quick scheme. It's actually the opposite. I want this channel to get you to think about entrepreneurship and do it for the right reasons. And so you're not going to see any of that clickbait from me. And because making money is important. But what I realized after I made that first big money, so I was flat broke college student, like a lot of college students, and obviously I wanted to be financial free. I wanted to make money so I could get to decide what I worked on and kind of shape my life. And I was fortunate in real estate. I started in real estate brokerage during college, interning, and then went full time. I was brokering large tracts of land to national home builders, and that's how I got into land business. And I'll do some videos about land and real estate development. Ayuda Communities, you can check out ayuda.co. That's my main company right now, focused on building sustainable, attainable communities, modular. But when I first made that kind of big money in my mid-20s, where it gave me the time to think about, okay, all right, big boy, you've got that quote unquote financial freedom money everybody's been talking about, now what? And I want this channel to be about now what, focus about now what, right? And working backwards. So again, having the goal to want to make money is great, but if you don't have the mission or the service behind it, or if it's just not aligned with you, it's just not going to work. I remember an old movie about Babe Ruth. It was Goodman. I forget the guy's first name, the actor. And I saw that movie, man, and I think about it often. When I was a young kid, I must have been, I think, 14, 15 when I saw that movie. And there's a line in there that he has that says, if you're not, and I think he was talking about fame, if you're not enough without it, you'll never be enough with it. And I just think this is just so powerful, and it applies so much to this, and that's why the purpose of this channel, you can see I start getting excited about this topic, is I want to help you really think through before you start anything, before you start wasting money on anything. Just helping you think through these things. Is it really aligned with who you are, the business you want to do? If it's, let's say for example, everybody's talking about AI, right, or crypto, and okay, you see some guy on YouTube or some article like, oh, I'm going to go make money in crypto. All right, but come spend some time with me. Let's take a step back and let's really think about, is that really, does that industry, the everyday activity of being in that industry, is that really what's aligned with you? Is that really what you want to do? And if it's not, then go find something else. There's business opportunities in every vertical. Everything you see, everything you touch every day is a continually evolving business, right? And where there's financial freedom for you to achieve, but you got to make sure you're in the right vertical, right? For me, is creating sustainable, attainable housing, right? I've always loved, the reason I've always loved real estate and not just pure technology, is I don't want to be behind my desk all day coding, programming. I want to be out. I want to be meeting people. And that's what I love about building our communities, is I get to hang out with all sorts of people, from the contractors to the attorneys to the investors, to the researchers. We have a partnership with the Department of Energy around our initiative. So these are all things that I enjoy doing. That here's the other thing I tell people: if I gave you $100 million, what would you do today? And if you gave me $100 million today, I'd be doing still what I'm doing today. So that every time I ask myself, even this question, right? I've been 25 years into it, and I know I'm on the right path. And Steve Jobs talked about this all the time, that every morning he looked at himself in the mirror and asked himself what he was about to do today. Is that something that he wanted to do? And if it was too many days where the answer was no, then he would change. He'd find something else to work on. And that's the conversation I want to have with you guys. That yes, this will be a place that I'm going to help you guys test your idea and do everything you need to do to make sure that the idea is viable and it can work, right? But most importantly, is it aligned with who you are, right? Is it your life's purpose? And I know these are big words, but that's the way it has to be. Again, I've mentored for years. I was an entrepreneur in residence for years at the business school at Maryland, Digman, where I went undergrad, and I'm still here mentoring high schoolers at the academies at Loudon. And what I tell everybody I mentor, and I'll tell you the same thing, is start out by writing your obituary. And I know it sounds pretty dark, but start with that. Write it. Like, what do you want to be remembered for? What are the things you want to feel like you've pushed forward and you've helped solve? Start with that, right? And if that business model that you're thinking about doesn't align with that, keep looking. Don't settle. And that's really what I want the focus of the channel to be. It's really a holistic, complete approach to entrepreneurship. There's plenty of content out there, and there will be content on here as well about how to test your idea, how to scale, how to make money. That will for sure be part of it. But just as much be part of it is how do you align that with who you are? How do you make it a complete solution for you, right? Not just about making money. Because if you just do that, and that's why there's a lot of wealthy people that I know, and a lot of them are unhappy. And I know you're going to say, well, why are they unhappy? They've got all the money in the world. Well, because they've been chasing just the dollar. They've been wired for purely just the financial freedom. And once they reach that, they realize that's not enough by itself. And so if you haven't done the work, if you have dug deep inside to do the work, which has taken me a long time. I think instinctively I've known all this, but I think it takes time and to validate your thoughts. That's also the nice thing about getting older. And I have I did a video about failure is great. Suffer your way to wisdom. Is that it's going to take a bunch of experiences to get there. I'm trying to help you leapfrog that, right? You're going to have your own experiences. You're going to have your own quote unquote failures, but I'm trying to help you leapfrog that. And if I can help a couple people along the way, then it's all worth it. It's worth me doing these YouTube videos. I actually just got my first subscriber. Well, sorry, my first comment. Well, I did have my first subscriber last week. I have a YouTube channel that I launched, Modular Building, to focus on helping people use modular to build energy efficient housing. We have a huge need for housing in America and around the world, and so I'm putting together that platform to help us build more housing. But I got my first comment, and and I think I'm 28 videos in. And I started a couple months ago, and so see, even me, right, lifelong entrepreneur, you think I kind of understand how it goes along, and I do understand it takes time, but because it's aligned with what I'm doing and what I'm passionate about, like sharing this with you guys, if it takes 20 years and I have to help, it takes 20 years and I've got 100 subscribers and I helped a couple of those folks, then it was well worth it. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, as always, you know the drill. Comment, like, and subscribe. The comments obviously help drive the conversation. A lot of these themes that I'm coming up with videos are helping me. Is I've got, I work out early in the morning. That's something I recommend everybody doing just to get your groove going. There's people I follow on YouTube, and they talk about things, and it kind of gets me thinking about things that I want to share with you guys as well. So having your comments would help as well, and questions that you have. And again, Google me, look at things I've worked on, and anything that you want to ask about, ask it. Comment down below, ask a question, and I'll make a video, and it'll be great to have a conversation. I'm also putting together weekly webinars to further the conversation with you guys, and see how I can help, see what kind of businesses you're working on, what kind of ideas you have, and see if it aligns with who you are. All right, I appreciate it. Have a blessed day. See ya.